Tell me about the children. Dr. Halsey.
You already know everything.
You kidnapped them.
Children's minds are more easily accepting of indoctrination. Their bodies more adaptable to augmentation. The result was the ultimate soldier. And because of our success, when the Covenant invaded, we were ready.
Dr. Halsey, you're bending history for your own favor, and you know it. You developed the Spartans to crush human rebellion, not to fight the Covenant.
When one human world after another fell, when my Spartans were all that stood between humanity and extinction, nobody was concerned about why they were originally built.
So you feel in the end your choices were justified?
My work saved the human race.
Do you think the Spartans' lack of basic humanity helped?
What are you after? The others before you were naval intelligence, but you're something else.
Records show Spartans routinely exhibited mildly sociopathic tendencies, difficulty with socialization, and verbalization.
The records show efficient behavior operating in hazardous situations. I supplied the tools to maintain that efficiency.
Do you believe the Master Chief succeeded because he was, at his core, broken?
What does John have to do with this? You want to replace him?
The Master Chief is dead.
His file reads missing in action.
Catherine. Spartans never die.
Your mistake is seeing Spartans as military hardware. My Spartans are humanity's next step. Our destiny as a species. Do not underestimate them. But most of all, do not underestimate him.
Wake up, Chief. Hello everyone and welcome to another Halo Legendary Walkthrough guide. This guide is going to be for Halo 4 and this is the first mission in that guide, Dawn. Let's get right on into it. So you're in this cryopod, you're going to be waiting for Cortana to let you out basically. And yeah, it's going to be 45 seconds of kind of waiting. So during that time, I just want to give a big shout out to everybody who has supported the channel so far. Again, I can't do it without you guys. You guys are all awesome. Whether you are subscribed or not, you just being like watching the video is enough for me, and I just really do appreciate it. So again, thank you guys very much, and I hope you guys enjoy this guide. So once we get out of the cryopod, we just wait to get Cortana. Just waiting for the dialogue to stop, and then once we get Cortana, we get full control over Chief, and we're just going to be doing a cool little speedrunning technique, which is going to grant us unlimited sprint. The only drawback is that you have to do it every single time to just non-stop sprint, which is just you, after running a little bit, you jump up in the air, you melee, and that will grant you unlimited sprint so long as you keep doing it. Because again, sprint is on a timer. You just need to make sure that you are doing it non-stop. So moving on, we're just going to go over here. We're going to go over to the objective, which is going to pry open this door. Just keep tapping B or whatever your action button is. And then we're still kind of in this cutscene, kind of like limbo here, where we're able to interact with the cutscene, but we're not really able to do much else. Once Chief looks to the left, you move your thumbstick to the left, to the right kind of deal. It's basically just like one of those things that, like, you never really notice it until you're like, oh wait a minute, yeah, that's what I had to do. But once you get to the top, there's this elite you have to kill. You just press the button and then he just gets tossed down this this shaft. And then at this point, this is where the action begins. We just grab this magnum off the floor and we're going to charge up on this this elite here. We're going to backsmack him, and then there's going to be 3 grunts here that you take out on the right. And then the goal here is to take them out quickly so you can make sure that you get all 5 of these guys in basically a straight line. But unfortunately, these guys all kind of hid. So, but that was still pretty good clear. We're just waiting for this last grunt to come out. But unfortunately, I don't know what was going on with my controller or me at the time, and I wasn't able to just like jump simply. But whatever. Once you take out that last grunt, you just go back to the area where we killed that, where we backsmacked that elite. You override the blast shields. Once you do that, you just hop on down. You get prepared for more enemies to come on in to kind of make your day a little rough. But I'm going to show you a way to get through this relatively easily. That way you don't really have to stress out too much over it. So now once you get yourself a nice charged plasma pistol as well as a magnum that has a good amount of ammo, you're going to go over to this crate here on the left side. It has a bunch of frags for you to throw at these enemies coming out. So when the enemies come out, you're going to just start tossing grenades non-stop. You're looking to get 5 kills. So you have 4 right there. That is the 5th. Once you get that kill-tacular, you go over here, you EMP the elite shields, and then you give it a headshot. We call that the noob combo. Once you noob combo that elite, you just clear out all the other grunts. Once you do that, just make sure that before we leave this room, we get all the ammo that we need to make it easier on us in the next one. So that is something that I really want to focus on in this guide, is making sure that you're always prepared, because sometimes while we're running a campaign mission, you get into a point in time where you're just really stressed out because, like, I don't have the tool that I need to fight out this fight. And that's usually what it comes down to in most of these missions, is like you just get caught up in a point where you're just really just not prepared for it, or you just ill-equipped. So that is something that I really want to focus on in this guide. Now once the elevator opens, we're going to be heading over here to the store. We're going to wait for it to open. We're going to focus this elite, noob combo that guy, and then we're going to take out the rest of the grunts over here, making sure that we always have a nice charged plasma pistol. Gonna EMP this elite here as well. He's just looking off into space. He's kind of minding his own business. Good guy. Once we take out these grunts, that is it for this little area as well. We're just going to keep pushing forward, making sure that we have a nice plasma pistol to take out the next elite, which is down this hallway. You're always going to want to make sure to get a successful EMP. You always want to make sure that the reticle, when you overcharge, is red. That way it tracks the enemy more efficiently. So it doesn't mean that it's a guaranteed EMP or a guaranteed noob combo. It just allows you to have higher success. Into this room, we're going to make sure that we EMP this elite. And then once I got kind of caught off guard here with running out of ammo in my magazine, so I had to toss a few grenades. But frag grenades are really, really good against unshielded enemies. So that is a really big, important thing as well to remember. Now, there's going to be a bunch of grunts here. We're going to take out these guys, making sure that we back off of any grenades that we see getting thrown. We're going to hit the notch in that Jackal's shield, get that nice, clean, crispy headshot. And then we're just going to keep cleaning up the enemies inside of our little area, because this is going to be kind of like our fallback area. That way we can have a nice, safe location. There was one more grunt. I thought that was the elite that was charging me. As you saw there, he also tossed a plasma. But there we go, a nice little noob combo. Ended his short life right there. Took that one out. There's one more. This guy has a concussion rifle. But as you notice, every single one of these elites here that I fought, all of them are scripted to toss a plasma grenade at you on the very first thing that they do. So that allows you to get a nice noob combo like setup. That way you're able to take them out with relative ease. It's just make sure you look out for when they toss that grenade at you. Now, before you move on into this airlock, make sure you grab that concussion rifle before you move on. Now that we're out of the airlock, we're going to grab this battle rifle. We're going to look to the left here. We're going to make sure that we're looking for that Jackal marksman. He's going to be the guy who's going to give us the most amount of trouble in this area. Once you take him out, you're just going to keep on running down. And we're going to be looking for 2 more enemies. They're the only ones that can make this really, really difficult for us. And that is simply just because they can EMP our shields. Before we use the concussion rifles jump, we're going to make sure that we take out these 2 jackals here. We're going to take out our concussion rifle, and then you're going to look at this pipe, jump up, and you're just going to give a nice little volley of concussion rifle shots into that. That way you prepare yourself upwards to get to this point. Now this elite here might be waiting for you. He might not be. If you do see him there, just make sure you use your concussion rifle to get him away from you. Remember, you are in zero gravity, so you are able to get him away from you with more ease. So that's pretty much the first part. Once we get over here, there's just press the action button, and then it's a cutscene. So I typically don't talk during cutscenes, so I'm gonna be quiet now.
Scanning us.
So, now can we worry about the giant metal planet?
Alright guys, now that we got through all that, this part right here, you basically successfully completed the mission. At this point, it's just about getting through the kind of the destruction of the Forward Unto Dawn in one piece. You can die here, and it has happened to me several times. And I'm just going to show you guys how to go about this in a nice, safe, steady way. That is what really matters at the end of the day with legendary playthroughs. Is you want to do it safe, steady, but you want to make sure that you're always making some sort of progress. So, as you see here, you don't go to the right, you go to the left. You're going to see this little thing drop down. And then you're going to take out a few of these grunts if you want to, but you can just run on down. You're just going to make sure that you just, again, safely get through this part, taking out the that grunt execution style. Backsmack that grunt right here. Now you're going to want to make sure that you stop sprinting at that point. That way you can safely jump across that. Going to get the nice assassination off that elite. I'm going to assassinate this grunt as well, because assassination animations are brand new to Halo 4, so why not do it? Going to backsmack that one as well. And that is pretty much it. Once you reach the objective, that is it. You've completed Halo 4. You've completed Dawn. You haven't completed Halo 4 yet, but you have completed Dawn on Legendary difficulty with no deaths. If you guys like this video, please consider liking the video, and please drop a comment if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you guys found a strategy that was better for you. Like, feel free to tell me anything that you can about your time on the video. But again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for Requiem.